Welcome to the War in the Pacific. We're the 3rd of April, 1942, in the Wirraway versus Encircled play-by-mail campaign. Let's see how things go here. S-47 is still operating off Hokkaido. She runs a little afoul of some sub-chasers in the shallow water there. Not sure why she's in the shallow water. Maybe she's trying to get into the Sea of Japan. I quite, yeah. She doesn't need to be there to target the resource convoys. Nautilus attacks a patrol boat unsuccessfully. Okay, let's see what happens now. Looks like his task force is withdrawing. That's good. Looks like I-162 found a large transport unescorted. It was carrying something. And she goes down to the bottom. Okay, so there's more task forces than my original naval search was picking up. Not that that's all that surprising. Looks like he's going after the 5th Division. No engineers there. Meaning it didn't damage any engineers or kill them. Not that there aren't any left. Enemy submarine in shallow water connects Balikpapan. Heavy clouds are protecting the Chinese from marauding sallies near Cleveland. I-28 cripples another large transport. She went down. Okay, so we are going to get this last landing phase, which is great news. Okay, so let's see if our shock attack can dislodge these guys. Yes, good. That's very good news. These look heavy, but look at the destroyed squads here. And nice thing is the best of the remaining corps didn't retreat, so now it's stuck facing all 6 divisions I have. So yeah, that's going to turn out well. We'll have by the time we're done, uh, all of his good corps, uh, or nearly all his good corps in the Quilin area of operations. Okay, Balikpapan falls.
This is Orphan Anne at Radio Tokyo, bringing you some hot music and another blow to your morale. Today, our high command announced that the ever victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured
Okay, so
Balikpapan.
he's bombarding. He opted not to attack. Interesting. It's fine. Okay, so he doesn't. We'll be able to take Savaii pretty easily. Looks like some poor Dutch artisans died of hunger. That was um, successful, and looks like uh, April 4th will be a very significant day in the South Pacific because we'll see what his response is. We already have enough troops ashore to take Savaii, and at least our first uh, enabling step in the Quilin operation is um, just about complete. And other than a lot of disablements, which we'll have to recover, we're well set up for taking Quilin. And our main army is out of the Nagpur Hex. We can now focus on getting them back and recovered. Let's see if the 5th Division, how far? It's still got a ways to go, but it's not really at much risk anymore. I shouldn't say that. It's still at risk, but um, in times 2 terrain, supported by armor and artillery, it's a tough customer for him to deal with, particularly at this point in 1942. Okay, let's just check in, see how we're doing. So should be ready for our first attack at the bridgehead hex. That's good. Again, with the double pressure on the Chinese on either end of their perimeter. Let's check the oil. See how the Grigsby roll went. refinery is undamaged. Oil is undamaged. Good. It's always nice. And here. So fast battleships will race in. Will continue to unload. Let's see how much. Itago doesn't have much ammo. Couldn't figure out a better way to do this, and Maya doesn't have much ammo, so I'm gonna have to withdraw them. So it only leaves me can form a destroyer task force, surface task force. I have the cruisers, and then the fast battleships. So margin is narrower than it otherwise would have been. Would have liked to have had the fuel for my Aobus. You can see I had to send these guys home early because of they were low on fuel. I still think the operation is got a good chance of success. He does currently have many aircraft in this area that can make my life miserable. Okay, well, that's good and exciting, and let's see what this next turn